There we go. Oh my god. I just realized I try to move all of the stuff that I usually have like under here, like the most recent like follow or like donate or whatever. And I usually have it down here, and remember how it ended up there yesterday? Well, now I have somehow completely deleted it. And I just realized this, of course, like literally as I went live. That would be my luck. But what's up, hi, what's up, PR? Retsu, what's up? How are you doing? What's up, Pack? How are you guys? How's y'all's day been? I just, like, sitting here listening to the song is so freaking epic. What's up, Mimo? How are you doing? Reg, how are you? I'm doing good. Eric, how are you? Tokyo, how are you doing? How's your day been? Oh, this was actually cracking me up. I have some rosé today, and I was laughing. I was like, I've traded up. Like, when I played this game back in the day, I was always drinking ginger ale. So now, like, playing this as an adult, we've traded our ginger ale for rosé, because why not? Luke, how are you doing? Airseller, how are you? How's your day been? Meadow, how are you doing? How's your day been? Zesty, how are you? TBK, thank you so much for being a sub for 18 months
already?
Time flies, doesn't it? It's crazy. Seb, how are you doing? Yuki, how are you? PR, this song has so much nostalgia like tied to it, it literally hurts my heart. What's up, 3? How are you doing? Joy, how are you? Martin, how are you doing? DX, what is up? DC, what's up? Yeah. What did it say?
Glad
Says, let's make it fall forever on my sweatshirt. Luke, thank you so much for being a sub for 15 months. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bruce, what's up? How are you doing? Jamal, how are you? Kevin, how are you? What's up, Snake? How are you guys? DX, how's your day? I mean, my day is always like in a constant state of chaos, right? And it's usually by external factors that I don't necessarily have complete control over. However, if you don't have control over things, you kind of have to just let things be. You can only play your role to a certain extent. So I certainly recognize that. So I've been trying to kind of like push it out of the way because I've done everything that I can do. And then past that, I've just been working on schoolwork and stuff like that. I had a lot of French that I had to get done today. So I actually just finished that like, I want to say 30 minutes before stream. I had all this French stuff that I needed to get done. That's just not like getting to the deadline.
Let's get this hype train going for our queen. Antisera, love Antisera smoochies.
PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you, PR. I appreciate you. But yeah, like I am trying to get all the stuff done in French so that I don't have to deal with it on Valentine's, because that's technically like the due date and when it's supposed to be done. So I like to have all of my schoolwork done about a week or two ahead of time. That way, drop my pencil. That way, you know, I don't have to worry about it and I don't have to like panic if something comes up, you know? Not only that, like, you know, this whole funeral situation and stuff like that, like my whole scheduling and time is just like out of whack. Furious, how are you doing? Bruce, how are you? Chris, what's up? Kuro, how are you doing? I have any time before, the due date for my exam is Valentine's Day, but I can complete it basically anytime prior to that. So I'm just trying to get that stuff kind of like in order. Also, you guys, Toph, what's up? How are you doing? Gaming, how are you? You guys can't actually see her, but I don't know what's wrong with Puddles. I think she has a tummy ache or something like that. She's actually down here, so if you see something moving in the background, you might be able to see her just a little bit. Yeah, that's Puddles. I don't really know fully what's wrong with her. Like this morning, she was whimpering just out of nowhere, so I thought maybe something happened to her paw or her leg or something like that. But all of her limbs are okay. I think maybe she's having tummy troubles. I don't fully know. But it's so sad because she'll whimper, and then when she looks at me, it's like she looks like she's in trouble. Like she doesn't want to make eye contact with me, and she keeps hanging her head low. And I feel so bad because like she's not in trouble, but she's acting like she is for some reason, and I don't know why. So hopefully, you know, she'll kind of like get over it. Like even too, like she didn't, usually anytime I come upstairs, she follows me around the house anywhere. Or like when I do my schoolwork and stuff like that, she'll sit right next to me. But today, like she doesn't even want to go up or down the stairs. And if she does go up the stairs, like to come up here, it takes her a very long time. And also too, like, she's getting a little older. I mean, it could possibly be like arthritis or something like that. But I really hope not, because I just love her so much. And after I lost my cat, Ollie, I don't want to lose anybody, you know? Not that she's like on her deathbed or anything, but I mean, she's just never acted like this. It's crazy.
Give Puddles a big kiss from us, Antisera Smoochies, Antisera Poods _TK.
PR, thank you so much for the bits. I've been giving her all the love today. Insanity, what's up? How are you doing? How are you? Oh, that's the thing too. Kimchi's been at the door and she's been like whining because she knows that Puddles is in here and she's not in here, so she's been kind of jealous. Dark, how are you doing? She could have DX. She could have eaten something wrong. I personally think she may be constipated. I think that may be her problem, but... Okay, we have to go back to Sid. Hellrider, congratulations! Happy birthday! That is awesome! You get any awesome food? That's always my favorite thing for my birthday, is I always want to eat something new or interesting or something like that, you know, that I've never had before.
She ate that missing kimchi kill.
I mean, that's possible. That is very, very possible. You never know.
Hope Puddles feels better soon.
Me too. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope she feels better too. It's just weird because she never whimpers. And it's like no matter what I do, like I was touching on her tummy and stuff like that and her arms and her legs just to see kind of like what was going on. But she really did not want me to touch her stomach, so she might have tummy cramps or something like that. It just kills me when she whimpers and how she like walks around the house like she's in trouble and she's not, and I feel so bad. It's like she made it upstairs and I was like, oh my god, I don't have the heart to tell you that you're not supposed to be in here. Because last time she like ran through all the wires, pulled off my webcam and everything.
Sorry I missed the last couple days. Was real tired and needed a reset. Still working on it, so gonna lurk tonight.
Girl, no worries. Thank you so much for being here, but I understand. It takes a while to like reset and recover, so I hope your recovery comes soon, Kuro. What's up, Ren? What's up, Lancer? How are you guys doing? Yeah, so you might see her moving around in the background. My poor baby. But for the most part, she's just been not really mobile. My poor puppy. I need the money, which is why I'm fighting these guys. I don't know, this might seem a little too time consuming to me. Kimchi slow food again? I mean, I wouldn't put it faster. Would certainly not put it faster. What's up, Achilles? How are you doing? How's your day been? Okay, let's get this guy. Good deal. We gotta level up for Goofy. Let's go see Sid. See what's going on here. He can help us out. Daddy Sid, yes. Hopefully this will allow us to go back to Hollow Bastion. Let's see, let's see.
B, just let me know when you want me to take Puddles for a walk, Antisera Poods _TK.
PR, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. My poor baby, Alicia. I mean, well, she can't really go on a walk. She won't walk anywhere, you know? I'm just hoping after today or something like that, she'll feel a little better. The Grinding District is 3 in Traverse Town? Ooh. Good to know, good to know. So he said I can go, right? I think so. Let's see. Outside the doorway. My poor puppy. My hair is falling out of my hair clip. I know, my poor Puddles. My poor baby. Just a new warpole. Some weird power is emanating from the worlds. It might be worth revisiting some places again. Like where? The Colosseum, maybe? Possibly? I feel like Sin said last time, though, that, You had to beat the game to do that?
I'm so happy I made it today. Work's been fun surprisingly, and tomorrow is house and car day. But how is my favorite physics student and nurse? And give Puddles some love for me.
I'm doing good, Insanity. I'm happy that you were having fun at work. Like, that's crazy. And it's awesome that you're gonna get your house and the car tomorrow. That is, like, awesome. I'm so excited for you. So excited.
Poor Puddles deserves some wiggles. I feel so bad for her and I wish I could just cuddle Puddles and make her better.
My poor puppy. Ratsu, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
We all love you to death, but when sick puppy is on screen, she is the start of the show. I hope she feels better soon.
Me too. Here we go. Put that piece of hair back. Me too. I mean, she never gets sick. She never whimpers and whines and stuff like that, like unless it's wait, so we have one there, and then we also have one here. Maybe we can't go there yet. Let's try to warp drive here and see. Lancer, there's an account that uploads V's streaming videos on YouTube? Or is this like a TikTok thing? Okay, let's go here and let's try to go through this warp hole. Chris, thoughts on Congress proposal to cap travel nurses' wages? I mean, they can try. You know, I mean, we actually had this huge thing not too long ago with nurses because nurses don't have, unless you're in specific states and stuff like that that have certain unions, but at least in Texas, we don't have a cap on the amount of hours that we can work. And at some point, people were trying to say that you should cap nurses' hours because it can get dangerous to a certain extent, right? Like, let's say that people just do, you know, work a crazy amount of hours. But what ends up happening is that, like, these nurses end up getting, like, used to that type of paycheck, and that's the way that they support their family. So what ends up happening is they try to enforce, like, a cap on nurses' hours, and they all freaked out and it never ended up passing. Now, that's in Texas, and I don't know, of course, for, like, other states and stuff like that. But, I mean, they can try, but with the shortage and with the pandemic and stuff like that, like, what are you gonna do? Truly, what are you gonna do? I mean, then again, too, I'm kind of, like, transitioning out of that stuff anyways, being in physics, but...
Just give them free Red Bull and it'll be all good.
I think one of the things that people are freaking out over as well is that some travel nurses make more than doctors do, which is quite insane, actually, if you think about it. Like, I'm a nurse and I understand that obviously nurses are vital. However, I didn't go to school as long as these doctors do, nor do I have the responsibility to the level that they do. So to me, it's just like, yeah, at the end of the day, I would be upset about that as well if I put myself into their shoes. You know what I mean? Like, I understand their concern. Because nurses have a lot of responsibility, but also, too, doctors have a far higher level and can often get sued. I mean, nurses can too, but not nearly to the extent that doctors can, you know? Eric, no, I didn't do the Winnie the Pooh yet. I don't think I really have any of the pages yet. There are travel docs, yes. There are certainly travel docs, but they're not as common as travel nurses are. And it may be something with their credentialing. I don't know what they have to do for their credentials, but it could be something about like their licensure and stuff like that. Because like with nursing, we have nursing compacts. So essentially, the majority of states are in the nursing compact. So if you're a compact state nurse like me, I can work within any compact state with my Texan license. Now, when I went to Washington, when I went to California and stuff like that, these are not compact states. So I have to apply for a license for that state, and each state can have their own different like requirements. So like you have to send in your like nursing school stuff, and they have to like overview your curriculum to see if like you're missing anything or if you meet the requirements. It's very interesting. But it's odd too, because you'd think like if you're an American nurse, you'd think you'd be able to like work in America, right? But it's not that simple, like because we're the United States of America, so essentially each state has its own ability to regulate its own board. But the majority of states are compact, so it's preferred that you have a license from a compact state. It's just easier that way. But also too, what ends up happening is like things like COVID, when you had a mass need for nurses, but then you have these certain states.
Are you planning on still travel nursing when you're going after your PhD?
I'll answer that here in a second, actually. It's a good question. So what ends up happening is it's like for these crisis situations, like let's say California and New York specifically, because they're both not in the compact, you end up having a huge need for nurses. However, they can't practice in your state because they don't have the licensure to practice in your state. So what happened is eventually they had to come up with like a crisis licensure, which is kind of like a temporary permit to practice in that state. But it's like, I feel like they started to learn relatively early on that it's not like, there's pros and cons to regulating your own nursing staff within your state. You know what I mean? Pack, are you still planning on travel nursing when you got your PhD? No, I'm not. And that's one of the things too, I'll never like let go of my license. I will always keep my RN. However, I'm trying to move over more so to like the research aspect of physics and medicine and like medical physics. Like we're looking more so into like radiation and so forth. So once I have my PhD, actually probably once I get my bachelor's, I'll probably do travel nursing up until I get to my master's to my PhD program, and then past that, I will be applying it more so to the research side of it, more so on like radiation and so forth. Because I feel like truly I've run like the entire gambit when it comes down to like ER and trauma and stuff like that.
So does that mean you won't be coming to New York for a contract? I better go return that ring then Antisera teehee.
PR. I have actually never worked in New York. And it's interesting too because I'm curious how the hospitals and stuff like
so
that
you'll
are.
be Dr. Bianca, PhD, BSN, RN?
Correct, Pat. Correct. That will be my credentials. But yeah, I've never worked in a New York hospital or any of those chains. The only insight that I've ever had to how New York has basically been handling the pandemic or stuff like that is from Dr. Mike, who practices in New York and lives in New York. But he's like my only window into his state, you know?
Be so question, have you ever gone to the Space Museum in Houston? If so, how is it?
What do you mean by the Space Museum? Because there's like Space Center Houston or something, which I've never been to. Now, I have been to NASA many times. I have a lot of friends that work at NASA. A lot of the doctors that I work with worked at NASA. So I've had the ability to be in like the back lines of NASA, like stuff that I should not have been privy to see. I was able to, which is freaking awesome. And I am so grateful for that. But I don't know of an actual like space museum, but NASA many times.
Got it, B. I'll keep the ring ready a little longer than laughing face.
PR, thank you for the bits. You know, in all honesty, I don't even know what my ring size is. I don't really wear jewelry at all. I don't often wear earrings or anything. So I'm very bad when it comes down to jewelry. Bando! I've missed you! Everyone has missed you, Bando. Welcome back. Where's Belle? Let's get back into this. I had like a piece of hair that's... My ring size is the smallest. I know it's very small because like if you get rings and stuff like that, like they usually come in like an average size for a female and an average size for a male, and they're massive on me. So I assume they're quite, my fingers are quite petite. Bella's still in the castle. We've missed you, Bando. Insanity of Space Center, but you answered it. I want to go. I want to make my Houston trip. I was curious if you knew anything. I used to want to go a lot as a kid. They used to have like commercials everywhere, but I've personally never gone. If you can get a tour at NASA, I highly recommend that. You might even just see me there, Insanity.
Hey Bianca, how are you? How is your day and do you need any of my love, as a gentleman Lotus?
What a distinguished gentleman, Lotus. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I mean, my day's getting better. This has been, I have to say, probably the roughest start to any year for me ever in my life. And it seems to get more and more chaotic, but once again, like, there's only so much that I can do, you know? There's only so much. So I'm trying my best to kind of, like, let go and then focus on my schoolwork and, you know, just breathe for once.
So you'll be focusing on quantum physics intersection with medicine and biology? Like quantum chromodynamics?
It's funny that you asked that, Pat. Thank you so much for the bits. Of all of the subsects of physics, actually, my most interesting field is applied physics, which is essentially the bridge between engineering and physics in itself. It's like literally applying physics into the physical world. Like, think of like mechanical engineers and stuff like that, kind of like that. I'm very interested in quantum. I'm very interested in radiation, which more so sides into the medical physics side of it. However, with my background in medicine, the chances that I'm going to get pushed more into medical physics is high. However, currently, my biggest interests that I've been looking at in all the lectures and stuff like that that I've chosen have been focused on neutrino research, which is a whole nother conversation for another time, but I am vastly fascinated in neutrinos, which is random, but I love them. Or at least the amount that we know about them, right? Because this is a relatively new finding in physics. Okay, so, no, I think she stayed here for a reason. The other princesses are inside as well. I wonder why. Let's go ask them. You may need my strength. I'll go with you. The feels. We'll change him for beast. Let's do it. Aesthetics, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I never saw that treasure chest down here. And there's one down there too. You know what? At some point, I need to try to synthesize quite a bit of stuff. Okay, let's see what we can get. Let's see. Oh, one of the really interesting things though, like in French, is I have to watch quite a few French movies and stuff, and like be able to write, like, I guess papers and stuff like that. Like the main thing that we're working on right now is like truly being able to express yourself in a foreign language, because what ends up happening is like you can have the basics, right? Even in English to an extent, I feel like I still feel this as well. To where like sometimes I don't have the words to fully express what I mean. And so that's kind of like what we're working on in French currently. But it's very interesting to like watch these movies in French. Like the most recent one I watched was The Horseman on the Roof. Most of you have probably never watched it. It's a very old movie. It's about like the cholera epidemic and stuff like that in France. But it's interesting to try to take a language that's not your main language and be able to fully articulate what you're trying to say. Because it's essentially talking about like the paper that I had to write. Like, how can you express love by not like innately stating somebody's in love, and being able to take those like little idiosyncrasies and kind of formulate it into a cohesive text in a foreign language. Very interesting, but I'm enjoying it a lot. It's not easy per se, but okay. I wonder if we should go to like the room. Was it the chapel that had all the princesses? Justin, thank you so much for being a sub for 3 months. I really, really, really appreciate you, Justin.
So language nuances or contextual or cultural nuances?
All of them. All of it, Pac.
I think when you dream in another language, that's when you truly know it.
That's an interesting thing to say too. I actually was looking at quite a few.
I think I got that right.
When one of the things, it was like a research paper or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it says that like typically you tend to dream in your like native tongue, And then also too, like whenever you count or like you say months and stuff like that, that tends to be in your native tongue as well. Tends, not always. But that's one of the things too, is like I noticed with my dad, because when he counts or when he like says dates and stuff, it's always in Spanish, not in English. Zesty. It's interesting too, because also in English, you don't necessarily have like the version between like male, masculine or feminine verbs, or like who you know versus who you don't know. Like using to versus
So you count in
type
binary, right?
conversations.
Because you're a Cylon?
Is it? Maybe? Do you think Cylons count in binary? I always loved when they would say that in Battlestar. No, 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 no. No, no, no. How does this happen to me? I can't remember how to get back to the chapel. How do I get back to the chapel? So I feel like I had to go here, and then I had to at least get like a level up or something. Joseph, what's up? Outlaw, what's up? Let's see. Truly, when I think of binary, it makes me think of like quantum computing and stuff like that. Because typically, in modern computing, you either have a value of a 0 or a value of 1, right? Like in coding and stuff like that. Not that I'm the best coder, not by any means at all. However, in classic computing and stuff like that, you have a 0 or a 1, right? It can be one or the other, and it's an absence of a value or the presence of a value. However, in quantum computing, it's an amplitude of either for the chances of one of which to happen. No, insanity!
Well, looks like I won't be in stream anymore. The internet is dead. I'm sorry, y'all. Have a good stream, and
Tear.
I'll see you all soon.
I cry, insanity. I cry. Just like superposition in general is like notably known for being very difficult to explain, because it's not just one thing or the other. Like in layman's terms, they like to say that it's like, well, it's not one or the other, it's both, but it's not nearly that simple. That's just an easy way to kind of like describe it to people who don't fully understand it. But it's very, very interesting if that's your cup of tea. That's the thing that Einstein said called spooky.
That's what my master's
Spooky
thesis was
action.
in. Quantum computing. The applications of it are just starting.
That's awesome, Pac. That's very, very cool. Much respect. Much respect.
See ya.
Fire probably would have been the best for that guy, huh? No response. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, this is gonna take me up? Maybe. Is stream week went so fast? Oh, but is next week Valentine's? Wait, let me check my calendar. Hold on. One day we're gonna have a 5-day stream day. 5-day stream week. It is! So next week will be a 5-day stream week. Believe it or not.
Let's be real though. You're interested in the intersection of physics and medicine because you want to create a Cylon in your room of oddities. Didn't you learn the dangers of that from the show?
Who's to say I'm not the Cylon though, Pac, you know? Maybe I'm trying to understand myself better. Maybe I'm trying to get closer and closer to humanity. Maybe? Possibly? I can't remember how to get back to the chapel. I can blame the rosé. I was gonna say it's not moving. That's right, I'm Cylon 69. Phil! Thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Phil, so much! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Truly, thank you. Showtime, as a math major, I've never felt so dumb at the moment.
You do have the innocent but seductive vibe going, so it's a possibility.
Showtime. I'll come back to that. First off, welcome
and
to
it's
the
not
stream.
even my birthday. Antisera flex, can't wait.
That's one of the things. There's a bell curve, right? So what ends up happening is there's like a fallacy to where it's almost, if I can encapsulate it in terms, to where somebody who becomes educated to a sense will see themselves at the top of this bell curve. They think that they have all the answers, everybody else is stupid and stuff like that, right? But the more educated you become, the more you realize how little you know. That's one of the things that I learned really hard in physics. It's like, I understand it, and I also don't understand it at the same time. Like, it is what it is. To try to fully explain it, I don't even know if I have the vernacular to even explain half the stuff and the theories that I learn about. I understand it and I internalize it, but it is very difficult to articulate.
Quantum computing
PR,
still
thank you
confuses
so
me.
much.
I'm learning it in potential future applications and its potential impacts on commerce and security. It's insane how dumb I am with this.
Showtime, thank you so much for the follow. I'm so happy that you're here. Phil, thank you so much for being a sub for 9 months.
She is logical thinker and majority
Thank
of women
you.
are not. Has anyone ever seen B, cry or bleed? Yup, robot that has hit the singularity.
Elemental, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you being here. Retsu, thank you for the bits. Wallace, thank you so much for the bits. Quantum computing can make anybody feel like an idiot, right, Retsu? I mean, we haven't even fully succeeded, so it's really hard to explain something or to understand something without actually having it. You know? Quantum computing is
one
very...
who knows nothing can understand nothing.
Wallace, that is true. That is true. Speaking based on data, most women do tend to be more emotional thinkers than logical thinkers. Hive, yeah. It's just interesting though, you know, because there's people, and like I've worked a lot with them, with like doctors and stuff like that. I think they have the answers to everything. Their opinion is
my
God.
R&D team's work in quantum is scary smart, and I'm educated enough to keep my mouth shut when they're talking about AI.
That's a sign of intelligence too, though, Pac. Being quiet and listening more than you speak. Not speaking just for the sake of speaking, to like fill voids in conversation. But it's interesting because a lot of times in medicine, doctors think that they know everything, that they're God tier and stuff like that. And it's like, because you think you have all the answers, but you don't. You know, you're calling somebody stupid for doing something, but you haven't walked a day in their shoes, nor do you know anything about their life. All you're getting is this tiny little snippet of information that you're prematurely judging on when you know nothing about this concept. You know, yes, you know medicine, and I'm not calling you an idiot, but also, too, don't think that you have all of the data to make that claim, because you don't. Though they think they do. Say, go on with your bad self, then. My gosh. AI is very interesting in and of itself as well. Because if you think about it and you start looking at, like, coding, let's say, you know, like, if-then, you know, statements and stuff like that, you know, if door is shut, open door, and it's just, we're a constant loop, right? Just like
Never
coding.
argue with an idiot. They will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience.
It's usually not worth it, right? Because there's a difference between stupidity and ignorance, and usually those people are just blatantly stupid, not even ignorant. So it's not even like you can educate them on a topic or give them the fuel for them to come to their own conceptions. They're lost. How do I get to this chapel? Mesa, what's up? How are you doing? But AI, machine learning, all that stuff is extremely interesting.
You got this, B.
Come on. You believe, Fanta? Thank you so much for being a sub for 11 months. I really, really, really appreciate you. Moscow!
Why not explain quantum superposition in terms of vectors in complex Hilbert space? Can't get any more layman than that. Also, I got a paper cut and got my Polish cow's raw milk in the wound. Will you hold me?
I will hold your hand for sure, Moscow.
Well, the discussion
Most
you talked
definitely.
yesterday was a perfect example of AI in action. You mentioned colors as a way of measuring relationship fit. That kind of nuance is what AI is trying to create.
Right. Because, I mean, I guess if you think about it in a sense, like, we're all just an amalgamation of different choices and stuff like that. So if you feed it enough information, hypothetically, it should give you a response of, like, what you are as an individual, right? But also, too, I mean, it depends on what information you feed it. Like, is it capable of understanding, like, your fears? Like, past childhood traumas? Like, all the dark bits that you hide away and stuff like that? Is it capable? Would you be capable of giving it that information? Or would it just be a shell of who you were? I need to get around to the other side. I came out of here. Or did I? I don't know where I am. Will this take me up? Maybe? Valentine, how are you doing? Loving this conversation. Talking about physics, quantum computing, Cylons, Battlestar Galactica. All over some nice rosé, playing Kingdom Hearts.
Well, but our own perception of others is always incomplete. Because do you ever share or show everything to anyone?
That's a good question, Pac. That's something that I question quite often
Hi, B.
myself.
It's been a hot minute. Hope you are doing well.
Carmel, thank you so much for being a sub for 17 months. I really, 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 really appreciate you. Pac, I think it depends on the person, truly. I think there's such a massive spectrum of people and the different things that they've gone through, because there are some people who are blatantly, this is how I feel. They don't care who these people are. You can be a complete stranger, and yet still they'll tell you their life story and exactly how they're feeling in the moment. There's other people who are the far extreme of that like to keep things to themselves, and based on different factors and stuff like that of their life, they like to keep it internalized, because in a sense, even if it is subconscious, it's like they don't want to tell somebody how they feel because somebody may reject them or something like that for the way that they feel. You know, that's all emotional intimacy on a scale.
And B streaming equals yes. If pants are on less than and B is streaming, print 5 takes his pants off. Return 0.
Hi. Where did I...
Kimchi and Puddles probably know all the secrets.
Do they? You think so? They're very sentient beings, aren't they? Wallace, thank you for the bits. Hi, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you. Am I going in circles? Or am I not going in circles? I just don't know.
But I think that still they selectively share things. Because it's really all marketing for the most part. I think true intimacy is rare.
I agree that I think true intimacy is rare. And I think in a sense that's what all humans kind of search for. Like somebody who will listen to them unconditionally and not judge them, like allow them to be them. But that's a very scary thing to do. It's a very vulnerable state, so I feel like most people tend to avoid it. However, depending on the factors and stuff like that, depending on people, or at least especially like looking through my times that I've worked adolescent or PD psych and stuff like that, I think there are people who are a bleeding heart to a fault, and they say exactly what they want to say regardless of consequences because they feel they must, even when that isn't necessarily the proper choice. But then again, I mean, who am I to even say, right? Because they're so vastly different from my own view. Who am I to truly say what's correct
As a
or
wise
not,
woman
you know?
once said, everyone needs someone who needs to see them the way they need to be seen.
That is true. Fact. There is intimacy in being understood. There is. That's probably one of the most intimate things you can ever have with somebody, is understanding them, truly. How do I get to this chapel? Okay, so I need to go here, but I hit the freaking thing to... pull up one of the ledges. That's what happened. We solved it. I see. This is what I did. I don't know how I never made it here, though. Bando, yes, I am certainly going in circle. My goodness. I don't think I can glide around. I mean, it's easy just to loop around. I remember I knew it before. I seem to have forgotten quite rapidly how to navigate and hold a bastion somehow. Or it's the rosé, who knows? Let's just blame it all on the rosé, why not? We all need a facet for our blame, do we not? Man, these guys are strong. They have so much life. Stop my bash. Okay, so is it this one that brings it up? It's gotta be that other red one I touched earlier. If I can glide around? I don't even know if I'm gonna risk that though. I don't know if I want to risk it. Should we do it? Let's do it. We're gonna do it. No! No, 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 no! No!
So on that topic of doctors, I'm dealing with an arrogant doctor in a finance deal. How do you deal with their arrogance? Need some tips.
How do you deal with their ignorance? Beat them logically, typically is what I'd say. And always say it with a smile on your face, you know, like never out of malice or anything like that. But if they're so hell-bent on one certain topic, you can give them the proper information, and they're either capable of recognizing that they're incorrect and wrong, or they're not, in which case is both fine. Because you don't have to be right for the sake of being right, right? You can give them the information, and they're either capable of internalizing and saying, you're right.
Hey, as someone who is nearing the end of her undergraduate studies, I have to know something. Do you find Michio Kaku to be insufferable?
Ugh. I don't know if I can get into that one. Lost cow. Thank you so much for the bits. There's many things about many prominent physicists out there that I have some very choice words I would like to say. However, I don't think I could go into it just for the sake of my future career. Personally. Okay, this is the one that I think is gonna lower it. Yes. There we go. Okay, so now we can loop around. But yeah, if you give someone the proper information, like what I like to do, and something that I do a lot in medicine, is like I say, I'm not here to make decisions for you. I'm here to educate you for you to make the best decision for yourself. So if you give someone information, they're either capable of taking that information and internalizing it and saying, you know what, like you're right.
What about Hive cocks you?
Or they're incapable of even the possibility that they're incorrect. In both cases, either one side, they're either gonna take it and then recognize kind of like the error of their ways, or if not, they won't. But it's no use beating a dead horse, you know what I mean? Like you can't fix stupidity. You can only assist ignorance. So in my sense, I would say, you know, it is what it is. Kind of, in a sense, if that makes any sense. Hive, thank you for the donation. My goodness. My. There are some prominent physicists that I have some very choice words to say, but I can't. Some people who I was like, man, I've always looked up to you as like a hero, and I was like, my god, how far you've fallen. Just knocked yourself off of that pedestal I'd put you on. I don't know yet, Hive. I don't think I've been through that door. I've been trying to figure that out too, but I haven't figured it out yet.
B, do you have any tells like a quizzical brow when someone says something crazy to you? I would pick them up so quickly.
I think, Wallace, everyone has a tell if you choose to look close enough to see it.
Wet, and pink? A pig in a hot tub rolls.
Hater, what's up? How are you doing? How's your day been, Hater? Thank you so much for being a tier 3 sub for 14 months. That's crazy. Time is flying, right? That's insane. That's over a year. That's crazy. That time just flies. Time flies. Okay, wait, there's the princesses, but we can't see them yet. Let's try to heal first. Let's see. It's been epic, especially now that you're streaming. Oh, like the whole first, like, what is it, 45 minutes? My hair is falling out of my clip. Has been me trying to find this freaking place. Eric, yes, I did. I am so happy that you told me about that because I completely missed what you sent in that card behind Snoopy. Thank you so much, Eric. I cannot thank you enough. That was so kind of you. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. And thank you for pointing it out to me because somehow, some way, I just completely missed it. Completely. That is crazy that I've known most of you guys for like over a year. Crazy. I have to say, this is a Roscato Rosé. It's the best rosé I've ever had. I love it. If you ever see it at the store, I highly recommend it. I've been waiting for you, Keyblade Master. Where's Ansem? Gone. When the keyhole appeared, darkness poured out of it. It swallowed Ansem and he disappeared. Though Ansem is gone, the flood of darkness hasn't stopped. We're working together to hold it back. I cannot forget the look on his face as the darkness engulfed him. He was smiling. Like a boss. Like a boss. Eric, that was so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sora, please hurry. Darkness is pouring from the keyhole. All we can do is just hold back the darkness. I don't know how long we can even manage that. Alright, I'm on my way. We're counting on you, Keyblade Master. In the meantime, we'll do what we can to. You're back, Insanity! That's awesome!
Surprise, I am back.
Welcome back, Insanity! We've missed you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, one more save. Did I come from here or did I come from the other way? I think I came from those big doors. What's this?
I stole someone's power outlet. Time to party.
Very epic, Insanity. Very epic. Let me run back here. I think I came through here, but just so I don't forget. Oh my gosh. Hater. Thank you. I've had one of those like leisurely days. I've been doing like my classwork stuff all day today. I'm wearing my Halloween hoodie. What's not fully Halloween? Just let's make it fall forever. Fall is by far my favorite season. Puddled? Oh, she's here. She's turned around though. My baby. It's so sad because even when I touch her, like she doesn't even like turn to look at me. Hater, yeah, Puddles is here in the room with me. Something is going on with her. I don't know what it is, but she just looks miserable. She's about 10. She's like not, maybe she's 9. Maybe. I guess. But something is wrong. Like she's just been whimpering all day today and I can't find any issue with her paws or her legs or anything. I don't fully know what's wrong. But it breaks my heart because she won't make eye contact with me or anything and she keeps her head down. Like she did something wrong. But she didn't do anything wrong. And then I mean also too, I mean she whimpers if I like go to touch her stomach and stuff. I don't know. It's unfortunate. Push on her tummy gently. I did that too. I think she's constipated personally, is what I think is wrong. But I also don't know, of course. You know, I don't have the CT to show it. But I think that's what's wrong with her. I think. Like, her stomach has been making, like, all these crazy noises and stuff, so... I wouldn't be surprised if she's constipated and doesn't understand why she's in pain. My poor Puddles. That's what she gets for getting into Kimchi's food. Okay. She's just hangry all the time. But she is so sweet and she's so loving. And it's like when she does something wrong, she'll try to make it better and she'll be like overtly lovable. Like to try to like get in my good graces. But something is going on with her. I don't know, and it just started like this morning when I woke up. So I don't know. I do not have the answers. She is such a sweet dog. I always miss that bash. Always. We're making a little progress, slowly but surely. Saying Puddles is better than me? I can accept it. I can accept it. Let's see.
What is her favorite treat? This dollar goes towards getting her up tomorrow. Hashtag treat for Puddles fans.
She likes these little chewy bun thingies. I don't know, they're like little dog treat bun thingies. It's like they're firmer on the outside, like softer in the middle. They have like some type of meat or something. I don't know. Puddles eats everything, but she likes everything. She is by far not a picky eater or a picky treat person, nor is Kimchi. They're all about everything. I didn't even see this here.
B, don't worry though, I still WUVU.
Insanity. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
My queen, did you hear? We don't call girls on Twitchy girls anymore. We call them I ladies. As in I lay D's nuts on your face, Craigasm. I hate the concept of time because it's just a unit measurement of us going around the sun.
Oh my god! My god! Wallace, Hater, thank you both for the bits. Thank you, thank you. My god. My god. Okay. It's the Oblivion. Oh yeah, it's up there, I guess. I remember that treasure chest. Now, how do I get up there? From there. Keeps pulling the camera away. Let's see. It doesn't want to read your stuff. Pack, thank you for the bits. I'll read it, I guess, if it doesn't want to read it. Random off-topic PSA for your female friends. We start the period this week, they will likely be fertile on Valentine's Day. Do not let some Chad with an Olive Garden coupon and discount K Jewelers ruin your summer play. My god, Pack. My. Frey, what's up? How are you doing? Wait, I just got it, right? Let's see. That'll work. I'm here for the strength anyways. Isn't that an awesome Keyblade? This one and the pumpkin head are by far the coolest looking designs in my opinion. Very nice. Okay, let's try to go overwhelm ourselves in darkness here. Hey, we can go in there now. Carol, it was an Applebee's gift card. I think I've been to an Applebee's once when I was like 12. Ooh. Man, I remember this. It's gonna like shake me off, I think. Let's see.
I'm afraid to open TikTok right now. Straight up some random live stream of a lady having sex came up. Reported that and turned that off so damn fast.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that happens on TikTok. Some very crazy stuff. I guess they just don't even care if they get banned, you know? Because if they're like, I don't know, one of those people who like do things like that, they don't particularly care about the repercussions. They just want more of an audience, you know? So they can make them buckaroos. I don't know. But then again, like TikTok is literally always mad at me and I don't even think I do anything bad. Like I'm always getting in trouble for like impersonating myself somehow, if that makes any freaking sense. Or that one time that I got in trouble for like impersonating Sofia Vergara and I wasn't impersonating her.
Lucky Charms for breakfast? Because you look magically delicious.
Insanity. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I need to get verified. I know, it is interesting that they haven't verified me. But then again, also too, my post schedule sucks. Like I'm terrible when it comes to like posting on TikTok, specifically like consistently. I feel like the majority of the people who are verified, like they post like multiple times a day and like constantly. Whereas I post like once in a blue moon, you know? Rare. Very rare. Oh man, he's down. Go, 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 Sora. Yes. We did it. Crushing this boss. Right? It went pretty good. No, I haven't posted on TikTok in like over a month.
Furiously checks TikTok.
Sora, you did it.
I'm the worst like social media person ever.
With Valentine's Day coming up, P, what is your ideal date?
Wallace, thank you for the bit. I mean, I don't really particularly have a perfect date or like something that somebody
totally
would have to like
topic,
live up
but
to
in
or
desperate
do.
need of advice on ending a long-term relationship. Help.
I think if I genuinely cared about the person, I literally wouldn't care what we did or where we went. It would just be me enjoying spending time with that person, you know? I could literally do nothing and have the best time in the world. You could take me anywhere and I'd have fun because I was there with the person I cared about. You know? That's just my personal thing. Valentine, thank you so much for the bits. I mean, I can try to give you advice. Now, I have to say, I'm the worst person you could ever take relationship advice from. Because like I said, like I've clearly focused on like first my bachelor's in nursing and then trauma and then physics for my PhD. So I'm not very good when it comes to giving relationship advice. I sacrifice my relationship stuff more so for my education. So, but I can give you my own opinion on it if you want. But yeah, when it comes down to that, I'm not the best person to ask. Yeah, you're too busy for mans. Yeah, exactly.
So B, you're the consummate good girl. How much does a person's past influence your decision to date them? Like if you find out he was a Chad or only dated plastics. Is it relevant, given you're the exact opposite?
I mean, it's certainly relevant, I'd say, Pac. I mean, but then again, too, like, that's one of the things that I feel like in our current, like, generation, people are always like, oh my god, this guy is, like, attractive, let me date this guy. But it's like, I don't even understand somebody's capacity to do something like that. Like, sometimes there's people who are like, oh, well, I want to get to know you, but it's like, not much. It's like you're playing the game just to try to get somebody. But in reality, I mean, to me personally, I'd have to genuinely feel that they cared about me in some way. Like, you have to establish trust. I have to believe that you care about me, you care about, you know, and I care about you and stuff like that. It wouldn't just be like, oh my god, all of a sudden, like, you just randomly turned out to be a Chad. I mean, I feel like in a sense, like, that's why you don't jump the gun. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe you should have a basis of friendship before you should ever be anything more. Because to me, I wouldn't have the capacity of wanting to be more with somebody until I truly felt like I understood that person. And of course, that person has the ability to change, as we all do in time, right? Because we will. Like, we'll do things for the good, we'll do things for the bad, and so forth. Like, we're all human and we're all flawed. But I mean, the thing is that some people who are just like, oh my god, I never saw this coming. How could you not? You know, like, there's only a certain capacity that I would understand that person moving within this realm of being different, and like that chaotic factor. Like, there are certain things that I am just not capable of doing. So to me, it's like, there's certain things that are within my realm of capabilities and some things that are outside of my realm of capabilities. But if you get to know me, you would understand that the way that my mind works, the things that I would typically do and or say, you know. And that's a big thing too, is that like, usually a lot of times people like go for looks and aesthetics and stuff like that, and that is not attractive to me. I can see somebody who is blatantly attractive at base value, but it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not personally attracted to them. Like, I worked with this one doctor, and he was head of the ER. Like, he was the director of the ER. And at base value, I can recognize that this man was attractive, but I am personally never was and never would be attracted to him, specifically based on his personality. It's like, yeah, you might be an attractive person, but to me, you are not attractive to me. Now, somebody who at base value may be average or below average can be extremely attractive to me because of their personality, because of their viewpoint, because they genuinely care about me, because they want me to succeed just like I want them to succeed. That is attractive. I am not attractive by some basis of looks that will fade. And I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder anyways, you know what I mean? But I don't date Chads because I'm sure that somebody's not a Chad before I date them, before they'd be like, poof, like, oh, I'm a Chad. Who would have known? I believe in myself more so enough to be able to sift through the dust to find what I want, you know? But yeah, like, that's one of the things that drives me crazy. And it's like a lot of my female friends and stuff like that, like, they're always dating guys, they're only going for looks. And so they only want them for looks. And I'm like, how can you think any different, right?
Willing to sleep with you on the first date. She ain't a lady, she a hoe. People that sling their crotches around without people having to work for it don't understand that value of intimacy.
Thank you.
But there has to be a level of aesthetic attraction though. That's just biology. Like, you have to have an aesthetic type?
But see, the thing is an attraction, yes, but attractions don't only have to be based on a physical scale. I can be attracted to somebody based on their personality and their emotions, more so than I can be attracted based on their looks. Somebody may not be visually attractive at a base value, but they will become attractive to me based on their personality, on their outlook, that type of stuff. That is what is attractive. You don't have to be a 10. I don't expect you to be a 10. I don't expect you to be like in the best shape of your life for the rest of your life. What attracts me to you is your outlook.
Bianca, you have been a true blessing when we needed it the most. Your heart and true kindness is what brings us back. Keep being you and never change. Make sure to give us a shout out when you pick up the Nobel Peace Prize at the podium.
That would be awesome if I got the Nobel Prize one day. That would be epic.
B, we know you go for the massive PP guys, don't lie. Ema, go cry on an unrelated note.
On an unrelated note. Insanity, thank you so much for the bits.
Physical
Thank you, thank
attractiveness
you.
opens the door, personality closes it.
Hi, thank you for the donation. Wallace, thank you for the donation. Zesty, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Ronan, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate
the old
you.
school way of dating, bonk them on the head and drag them back to your cave. Just kidding.
Right, Wallace? Oh my gosh.
I'm definitely not a 10, but it's good to know I still have a chance.
Everyone has a chance. This concept of somebody being out of your league is not true. It has never been true. Like, that is such a lie that I feel like society holds true to. Don't ever settle for less than you can get. I mean, anyone
Chat here is a quick example. If your attractiveness is based on PHSYICAL, what happens with medical issues happens? Spinal surgeries, failing kidney, IBS. What then?
Retsu, thank you so much for the bits. What was I just talking about?
So you really are a
What was I saying?
sapiosexual.
That just... Once again, I blame the rosé. My thought process has been completely derailed. Chillin', thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Yeah, nobody's out of anybody's league. Thank you, Bando. I think people saying like, oh my god, she's just out of my league is such a cop-out. To me, personally, I don't believe in it.
B, for Valentine's Day, would you want to go on an afternoon date in Eorzea with me? I know a graveyard by Drybone.
Graveyard Way.
I just wish a girl would see my car and say, dang, he drives that? He's gotta be reliable and willing to work on a relationship. But no, that never happens.
Insanity. Thank you for the bits. To me personally, when you can see how somebody can take adversity and the way that they can still stand through it, says a lot about your character. A lot of the things that you do, the way that you react to stimulus and stuff like that, is very interesting to see the type of mindset that that person has. Because I feel like the most draining thing is a persistent pessimism. Like, some things that I've seen a lot from the men that, like, my friends have dated and stuff like that, it's like they cry and they whine because they've learned that, like, by crying and whining, they get attention. But at the end of the day, the way that I see it is, all I do is pity you. And why would you want to exude pity, pittiness? Why? Right? Because at that point, I'm going to categorize you essentially like as a child. And I'm not interested in children. I'm interested in a man, right? So, I mean, it's just, it drives me crazy because sometimes people will think they're everything. And it's like, you're not. Like, you're not capable of the introspection into yourself to realize, like, what maybe something is an issue with you that does not mesh well with other people. You know, it's always like, women never choose me. Women never this, women never that. You're the common factor here, my friend. Maybe you should work on yourself just a little bit, you know? But back to the whole, like, this is like such a rant, but back to the whole, like, somebody being like outside of your league. I think that is so ridiculous to me. There's a way to win everyone's heart. Like, every person is an individual with a set of individual needs and wants. And if you can figure out what these things are,
but
you can make
insecure
headway
guys
in
who are
it.
control freaks have the same issue, and women have a tendency to go for them too.
I think that's emotional immaturity on both sides, Pac. Truly. I mean, because to me, a control freak is somebody who lacks trust either of themselves because they're not doing something that they should be doing, or they're just immature in the sense that they're incapable of trusting somebody else. Like, to me personally, you can't hold somebody's hand constantly, nor do I want to. Like, I want to allow you to be your own person. I want to allow you to go off and do whatever you want to do and, like, live your best life. I by no means am trying to go out on some witch hunt for you, you know? And if you betray that trust, then that's on you. But that's fully your decision. Not for me to go trying to look for stuff to mess it up, because I'm not that type of person. I have faith in you until you choose to defy my trust. But yeah, on the scale of, like, being on different levels and stuff like that, like, oh my god, she's a 10. But maybe, like, you're capable, like, if she is just vain and all she is superficial, would you even want that even if she's a 10? Because I personally wouldn't. I'd much rather have a 1 that's capable of having just an epic, true conversation versus having somebody that the looks will fade and it doesn't mean anything to me, personally. You know? But there's a way to get to everybody. And maybe it's not for the right reasons. Like, maybe it's aesthetics. Maybe you have to be, like, straight up shredded, like 5% body fat to attract this woman. It's ridiculous to me. You know? But, I mean, to each their own. Some women, that's how you get to that 10 in that league. Other people, you need to be able to have, like, a heart-to-heart conversation. You have to be able to rationalize, you know? There's always a way. Always a way. but you have to be willing to do it, because a lot of times too, people will give up and just be like, I tried everything I did. You didn't, because you can succeed if you decide to succeed.
It's a good thing I'm like a 0.1 out of 10. Be Antisera mischief.
Hater, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
I honestly
Lily, thank you so
just
much
want
for
to
the
be
follow.
a better person every day. All I need in life now is when I die, people say, he was a great guy.
Ta. Thank you so much for the bits. You should always strive to be better.
My
for
way
sure.
to the girl I like is a one-way trip to Houston and stalking a ramen shop.
Zesty, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you.
Agree.
Thank you.
Dating a woman like that is like dating a puppy. They get boring really fast.
Right, and the thing is too, is like things are gonna change in your life, right? So let's say you want some like 10 out of 10 Instagram model girl, and all she cares about is looks. And so like you attracted her because she's like, you know, she's like, I like you're shredding your 5% body fat or something like that. You're not gonna be able to maintain that for the rest of your life. And also, who cares? You know? Sin, thank you so much. Sin. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Sin. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Sin. Thank you so much. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. Sin, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sin, so much. Thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. Thank you, truly, 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 truly. Mister, thank you so much for the bits. Insanity, thank you for the bits. Bill, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. My God, Sin, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My goodness. That is so sweet, so sweet. That's adorable. My goodness. Have a sip of wine, yes. Cheers to you, Sen. Thank you so, so, so much. Even Puddles is looking at me like, what the hell is going on over here? Sen, that is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Absolute insanity. Sen, I hope you have an awesome day at work. Thank you so much, Sen. Truly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I guess rants is over, right? Oh, see, this is kind of like what reminds me too. I know maybe I don't like look like a full train wreck, but also too, like a lot of times, especially when I'm working on my schoolwork and stuff like that, I'm in my leggings, I'm in my hoodies. You know, like I'm clearly not dressed to the nines or anything like that, and you should be with somebody who thinks you're beautiful even when you're not dressed to the nines, you know? So that's like the female equivalent, I guess, of being like a guy who's just like in crazy shape or something like that, you know? It is what it is. You should still think they're beautiful. That's one of the things that I don't understand too, like with makeup and stuff like that on Instagram. You can play around with it and you can do that stuff, and that's totally fine if that's like your interest. But also, like, I would never want to not look like myself, you know? Like, even when I don't have makeup on, I still want to look like me. Personally. Lion, thank you so much for being a sub for 18 months. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's get back to this. This is gonna be quite a time for all of these subs to go through. My goodness. Okay, what are you guys doing here? We came and said ship. This is our childhood home. We wanted to see it again. It's in worse shape than I feared. It used to be so peaceful. Don't worry. If we defeat Ansem, all should be restored. Including your island. Snake, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. It's gonna take a while for all the stuff to cycle through. Really? But it also means goodbye. Once the worlds are restored, they'll be separate again. Everyone will go back to where they came from. Then I'll visit you guys with the gummy ship. It's not that simple. Before all of this, you didn't know about the other worlds, right? Because every world was isolated. Impassable walls that divided them. The Heartless destroyed those walls, but if the worlds return, so will the walls. Which means gummy ships will be useless. So you're saying we'll never... Sadness.
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
No matter where we are, our hearts will bring us together again.
So cute.
Besides, I couldn't forget you, even if I wanted to.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hurry! Come and close the keyhole!
Goofy.
Sora, good
It's
luck.
like, shut up! Hurry up! There we go.
Emote gang.
Get it, Sora.
B, it's always nice to know that you truly are one of a kind. Someone who actually gives a crap about their SO, and it keeps my faith in good people alive. But again, unrelated note, gonna go back to crying.
Insanity, they're there. They're rarer. But they're there, I promise you. They are there. Thank you, Sora. I was thinking I think the darkness has begun to weaken.
B, spreading her wisdom.
Snake, thank you. But I can feel powerful darkness growing somewhere far away. It's the heart of the
I
darkness.
think
Must be where
everyone
Ansem
should
went.
strive to be their best version and should dedicate time shaping themselves. Physical features, emotional strength, everything. Everyone can't be a 10, but you can be your version of a 10.
I definitely think you should always strive to be the best that you can.
Hype,
because
love,
you should
y'all
never
heart.
just... You should never just, like, give up, you know, trying to better yourself. It's always important to work on yourself, at every facet of yourself.
Make sure you love yourself and be who you want to be in order to be with someone great for you.
That's true. I mean, you have to understand yourself to be with somebody else, right? You have to understand what you need. You have to understand what they... Puddles! Where are you going? Hmm?
B, I was seriously about to say even in leggings and hoodies you still look amazing. The only thing that changes with you is when you wear something nice you make IT look even better.
You're so sweet! Thank you! Thank you, thank you.
That's
so
because your
sweet.
beauty is the literal icing on the cake on how truly, incomparably amazing you are. I doubt you'll find anyone who could deny this.
That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
B, you're beautiful inside and out. That's why you always look good.
Snake, thank you so much. Texas, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I just saw the love of you life. Granted, I was looking in the mirror. Shot taken.
Wallace, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Wait a minute. This out of your league conversation. That's just you trying to justify your All Might obsession. Be out of your league, B. You have to get over it. Move on. Winking
You see,
face.
look, I don't accept failure. I always succeed. No one is out of my league. I'll get
Wait,
all my
Pack is
one of
onto
these
something.
days. I don't. Failure is not an option for me, my friend. I always succeed. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Now we'll take the gummy ship and deal with both Ansem and the Heartless. Who are the answer, Keyblade Master? We offer this power to aid your battle. Power of fire. Good deal. Sora, your courage can bring back our worlds. Once the darkness is gone, all should return to its original state. Harry will be back on the island? Most certainly, and you should be too. I can't go home till I find Riku and the king. Where did she go? She's like over on my rug back here, behind the couch. I'm watching you, Puddles. Okay. So we have a new area that we need to go. DX, are those plexiglass rooms hard to build? I've never built one, so I wouldn't know. I don't have just like a plexiglass room in my house. Oh my goodness. I mean, I wouldn't assume they're very difficult to build, but still can't believe we played a part in opening the keyhole. I think we had such a power. Surely unimaginable. I can do the Coliseum now? Okay, let's do that. And then it'll be the end of the stream. Don't tell Aladdin about all of this. We'll worry to death if you do. I'll tell him about it once I return to Agrabah. Let's see. Oh man, I didn't see what he said. The competition's a lot together now, so be careful. Okay, yeah. So can we fight Sephiroth? Maybe? The Room of Oddities? My physics teacher? God bless that man. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, here we go. So now we have like the Hades Cup, I guess. The Rock Titan. Hades? Oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. Let's see. What's up, Chris? How are you doing? Let's see. I'll do like one round of this. This is
So
Sephiroth.
physics teacher, was he aesthetically appealing or intellectually seductive?
He was not at base value attractive, I can promise you that. But he was attractive to me. Soul, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sephiroth. Oh my god. Is it gonna play One Winged Angel? I feel like it is, right? It's got to. A little bit of wine for that. Might need to top it off. See if I can beat him. Oh man, this music. Oh! See if I can at least land one hit. Oh my god! Okay, at least we've learned his moves a little bit. Oh my god.
I give up.
Eric, this is hard for you to do as a kid. I don't think I even ever beat it as a kid. I think I got to level like 99 too, and I still wasn't able to beat him.
I know when to go with the flow, but when to make waves. I am gonna be a juggernaut on the way to your heart.
That's right, Wallace. That's the type of mentality to have. Oh my god.
You need to play this music when you show up in your new black dress.
This is crazy. The last time I played this song, actually, I was fencing. And we put the song on or whatever. I had my rapier, did the whole Sephiroth and everything. It was hilarious. What a way to make an entrance. Just to be a total weeb. Okay, I got one more try. This is crazy. I have to come back to this. It's just so epic. So freaking epic. Oh my god. I want to cast Arrow too, but that did nothing. Trying to get his moveset down. Oh my God! Oh no.
Here.
I'm not even making a dent.
Heal.
Like I'm literally doing nothing to this guy. Nothing.
Give up.
My God. That was ridiculous.
Little known fact. Sephiroth's sword's name is Masamune, which roughly translates to Mimo's pee-pee.
Oh my God. Okay, well, anyways. That was a rough way to like end the stream, right? Just getting wrecked by Sephiroth. Oh my God.
Hey girl, you can fall from the sky, or you can fall from a tree, but the best way to fall is in love with me, Antisera love.
That's so cute, Hater. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Okay, well, that's gonna be the end of the stream for today and for this week. I love you guys so much. You guys mean absolutely everything to me. I've been having so much fun playing Kingdom Hearts. It is by far like my favorite game that I've ever played in my life. So remember, next week it'll be a 5-day stream week. So it'll start on Thursday like usual, but it'll go on into Monday because that's Valentine's Day. And it'll be the same time, 6 p.m. for all of those days. But I love you guys so much. You guys mean everything to me. You guys are truly, like, you guys mean the world to me. But I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys next Thursday.